As I previously mentioned in this LP, Catherine has 8 different endings. 3 lovers endings, good, bad, and true, where Vincent begs Catherine to come back to him. 3 cheaters endings, good, bad, and true, where he begs to marry Catherine. And 2 freedom endings, good and true, where he doesn't desire to get back together with either of them. There is no bad freedom ending. The ending is determined by what position your karma meter is in at the end of the game, and by your answers to the questions to freedom. Let's take a look at my ending. My karma meter was aligned with law when Catherine broke up with Vincent. My answers to the questions to freedom were also fully aligned with law. The questions to freedom are as such. Question 1. Are you prepared to risk your life to get back together with a former lover? This question actually has no impact on your ending, so we're just going to strike it out of the equation completely. Question 2. Do you wish for a peaceful life? Which I answered yes to. Question 3. Do you wish for the excitement of chaos? Which I answered no to. Question 4 varies on what the answers to the previous 2 questions were. In this case, it's asking me if I'm certain that I desire a life of peace, which I answered yes to. Cut and dry case, I was fully aligned with law and got the true lover's ending, where Catherine accepts Vincent's proposal and they're happily married shortly after.
The couple's eternal happiness, folks. A toast!
The true lover's ending is appropriate for those who unhesitantly desire a quiet and orderly life with their significant other. I personally am an all-or-nothing kind of guy, so if I'm happy with someone, I want to dedicate my life to her as much as I possibly can. I'm not opposed to settling down, and I don't desire the unpredictability of chaos, but I feel like I'm destined to do more with the world. But my answers were honest, so maybe the game knows something that I don't. Now, let's take a look at the bad cheater's ending, the ending Clumsy Nutcase received when he completed his LP.
This is a pretty odd request. Why do you want to do this anyway?
You promised me you'd get her to meet me. That's all I want. You say she's just an illusion, but I don't buy it.
Well, she is an illusion. In this realm. But a promise is a promise. I can't stop you from meeting with her. Very well. You should know, though, that she is not a resident of this reality. She is an ancient being who enters men's dreams to perform evil. I take no responsibility for what happens if you pursue her.
Hey, you know what? Enough with the threats. Quit the chit-chat, just call her.
She's already here. Take your time. My job here is done.
Catherine.
Hello.
Hi. How have you been? I mean, it's good to see you again.
Yeah, I've never been called out like this before. It was really surprising. So, what do you want? You know what I am, right?
Yeah.
Aren't you scared?
Well, maybe a little.
Vincent, listen. I was only helping him out, on a whim. You're the one who wanted me, and you're the one who rejected me. Remember? And now you ask me to meet you here. What's this about?
Well, I wanted to talk.
With me?
Yeah, of course with you.
What is it? Look, don't worry about it. I don't care that you dumped me.
Well, no, that's not it.
It's not? So...
There's something I want... Something I have to tell you.
Okay. I'm listening. So, out with it already.
I've made up my mind.
Your mind?
Before, I was worried about my future. I thought my life was being decided for me. But meeting you, I feel like I've overcome that.
What are you saying? You met me and overcame... what?
I don't know how to say it. Society's all about patience and self-sacrifice, right? I mean, everyone practically kills themselves to stay safely within the herd.
Hmm?
But I hate that life. Even if it means I'm going astray myself. That's why I was willing to go through all of that nightmare bullshit. But I made it out alive. I'm not in the herd anymore. Now that I've met you, I've lost all hesitation that I had.
Huh?
I'm totally free now. Together, we can both live our lives to the fullest without chaining each other down.
I see.
And so, I've decided I want to live with you.
Live with me? Wait, what are you saying? Living with me means...
Oh, I can quit being human if that's what it takes. I've made up my mind. Don't you believe me?
Vincent...
I want you. Will you marry me?
Marry? A demon like me?
Don't worry, you can pass as a human. Look at me. I never noticed it.
That's not what I'm worried about.
Oh, anyways, let's have fun. Like the time we met, huh?
Well, I do think you're not a bad male. For a human. To tell the truth, I actually was a bit into it myself.
Yeah, right?
But I can't.
Then what can I do? Tell me why you can't so that I can understand.
The compatibility between our bodies?
Compatibility? What do you...
Besides, I think you still just want to live a quiet life. I don't sense that you have a strong enough will to live with me.
Give up. You might not know it, but she is the daughter of a great demon. For her to marry a human would be, well... just act like the sheep you are and return to the herd. That is for your sake as well.
What the hell's that supposed to mean?
If we meet again, I'll think about it. I'm sorry. Goodbye.
Wait, again as in when? Hey!
Hey, Vince, you alright?
Where's Catherine? You saw her, right?
Hey, cut it out already.
Where'd she go? You were watching, weren't you?
Vincent.
Hey, Vincent, maybe you should have a doctor take a look at you.
I'm not done talking! I know. Outside. She's outside, right?
Yeah, whatever you say.
Vincent!
Huh?
Vincent!
Oh, fuck. Huh?
Someone! Call 911!
Hello, everyone. It's nice to be able to see you again. How'd you enjoy the show? A perfect escape from the terrifying nightmare. You let Vincent out with your exceptional skill. Even Astaroth, the mastermind behind the nightmares, was amazed. Did you happen to notice the central conflict that this game's masterful creators placed at its core? Do you want to live a comfortable and steady life? Or do you secretly long for a free life, full of excitement? In the nightmare, Astaroth said that there is no right way to climb the tower. The stairway Vincent was forced to climb could be taken as a metaphor. It symbolized the journey to adulthood, pressuring him to make his tough life decisions. Don't you agree? So Vincent finally won his freedom, but then he confessed his love for the succubus. Not only that, but marry me, he said. Talk about being wild. But was married life with his newfound lover really the answer to Vincent's troubles? You know, maybe this is actually a good ending for him. After all, now he has the freedom he was so desperately clinging to. Isn't that one way to look at it? But maybe he was a bit too aggressive. He was reckless at the end, but his newfound toughness really shone through. Well, what did you players out there think of this outcome? For those who aren't satisfied, you can always try again. This is, after all, the Golden Playhouse, and I'll be your host for as long as you like. Games are lovely creations, aren't they? Hope to see you soon. Stay golden.
The bad cheater's ending is given to those who desire a life of excitement, but by their ideology might not be fully committed to such. Most likely either because they view married life as only a tradition, or as an escape from their personal issues, thus making them long for hasty companionship regardless of compatibility. But as the Midnight Venus points out, this might actually be a good ending for them, as marriage would not be the solution to Clumsy Nutcase's problems, that's for certain. The bright side is that one's path isn't laid out, and if it seems to be laid out, it's at least never permanent. Now let's throw something else into perspective. Clumsy lied on questions that affected his karma meter, and he admitted to this, and I know exactly which ones he lied on. However, if he were completely honest, he still would have ended up with a karma meter heavily in law, and still would have gotten the bad cheater's ending. Now, if he were to continue to lie on the questions to freedom and got the true lover's ending, it would be a valid ending. However, is married life really what he desires? Even an untrue ending can impact the player. The simplest way to deduce how to get a certain ending is to take into account the answers to the questions to freedom before the placement of the karma meter. Clumsy's answers to the questions to freedom were aligned with chaos, which means he would get a cheater's ending. And the placement of his karma meter determines whether he gets a good, true, or bad ending. In this case, with the karma meter heavily in law, he received the bad cheater's ending. However, there is a small addition to this rule. He answered that he desired a life of peace and the excitement of chaos. Answering yes to both of these turns question 4 into,
which of these do you truly wish for?
Regardless of which answer you choose, the true ending for either or is off the table. After a bad ending, the credits simply play Thus Spoke Brooks, the song played all the time in the straight sheet. And there are no special pictures. The ending screen is also different. A true ending will have Finn in the bottom right. Any other ending will have a prompt to push A instead. The background noise for the end screen on the true lover's ending was crowd congestion from the wedding reception. And for the bad endings, we get Catherine tapping on the table and saying a line from the beginning of the story upon the button press, symbolizing the player's entire playthrough to be a daydream.
Hey, where'd you go?
Will you still seek out the truth, even if it ends with you all alone?
This is question 4 after answering no to both peace and chaos. Saying no here will prompt Astaroth to ask another question in the same confessional.
I see. Then let me ask. One more time.
Which of these do you truly wish for?
And then the rest follows as if you answered yes to both peace and chaos. If you answer yes to this, though, this will get you a freedom ending.
That's your answer.
What do you mean you give up?
To be honest, I really thought I was gonna die last night. But I lived, and I'm free, right?
Yes. A promise is a promise.
With all that shit going on yesterday, I did what I had to do. But maybe now I don't need to worry about getting back what I lost.
This is so sudden. Why?
Well, how do I put it? I guess I had an epiphany. What you said about the prosperity of the species triggered something.
I'm not sure anything I said would cause you to do this.
Look, everyone's gotta die sometime, right? No matter how powerful you are or how much you take care of yourself. So, you need to pass the torch. And marriage is the preparation for that, right? Well, if that's the case, then brother, I am not ready to get married. When I was younger, I guess I figured something would happen to, you know, validate my lifestyle. But that didn't happen. Instead of adapting to life, I got all scared by the slightest decisions.
Yeah.
But things are different now. I finally feel that I can progress. Well, I only feel that I can.
Well, this is interesting. If that's true, then I apologize for giving you those nightmares. Then, what about me setting up your meeting?
Huh? Don't worry about it for now. But no more nightmares, you got it? I'm not going through that shit again.
Well, yes, of course. I promised you that.
Oh yeah. Hey, Mutton.
Yes?
That arcade machine over there. It's just like the dream, huh?
I guess you could call it a machine that makes it easier to enter the nightmare.
Are you serious? I played that damn thing all this time without knowing? You sure are a pain in the ass, man.
I'm sorry. Huh?
I'm fine being single, but I did win fair and square. Give me a loan instead.
Huh? This is a sudden request. How much?
About this much.
You want $500? I could probably manage that.
$50,000.
$50,000?
Come on, buddy, you're the boss. You gotta have that much.
You know I just opened this shop recently. I don't have that kind of...
I didn't ask you to give it to me, I just want a loan. I'll pay you back when I'm big time.
Will you make it big?
Hell yeah! I just need funding. I gotta invest in myself. Here's the deal. The deadline for the first space tour is almost up, and I want in.
That's not investing, that's just selfish.
Selfish? That's nothing. You're the one that almost got me killed for no reason.
Argue all you want, but I can't give what I don't have. This is all I've got.
What? Seriously? Jeez, you suck at your job. This isn't nearly enough.
I told you.
Fine, fine. I'll just take this and bet it on the wrestling match.
Huh?
You're good with that, right? Then we'll just call it even?
Even? That sounds pretty unfair to me.
Like I said, I'm only borrowing it. After all, I'm throwing back drinks here all the time, right?
Huh? Oh, very well. But make sure you pay me back. I'm putting this on paper.
Okay. Write it on your forehead for all I care.
So, what match are you betting on?
Wrestling Sanity. That's where all the big money's at. Let me put all of it on Feather.
You're going all in from the start?
Yeah, just shut up and place the bet. Tomorrow we will drink with my winnings.
Just because it's not your money.
Agree? The ending. It turned out surprising, with Vincent not getting back with anyone. After overcoming such a grand trial, he said that he felt burnt out. He's finally free, so there's no need for him to decide his lifestyle now. The answer Vincent found for himself during the experience in his nightmares. If this is the true answer he has for his future, then I want to see what happens now that he believes in himself. After all, nobody has their future already laid out for them. Now, what did all you players out there think of this outcome? What happened with the money he took from Boss? Then, let's take a look into the near future. Games are lovely creations, aren't they? Hope to see you soon. Stay golden.
I guess I'm just not good enough. Although, I kinda knew that all along. Johnny,
What's with this all of a sudden?
I gotta tell you guys something. I asked Catherine out.
You did what?
Hey, you two broke up, right? What do you care?
Oh, Chief, are you serious?
Wow, buddy.
So that's what was with you. No, I ran into her downtown recently, so I tried asking her out.
Coincidence, huh?
Vincent, maybe Catherine still... Hey, Johnny. You always said that men and women are drawn together by fate. Huh? You know what? I kind of like that idea now. My whole life's ahead of me. Huh? What's up with you? Seriously, what's up? Well, hey, it's starting.
Wrestle Insanity 49 is almost upon us. A Galactic Ladies of Wrestling champion will be crowned. 4 fighters will lay it all on the line tonight. You can just feel the intensity burning up the ring tonight, folks.
I'm putting it all on you. Let's do this, Feather!
Wait, Feather?
That's not happening. We all know you don't root for the villain, but there's no way in hell Feather can win.
Hey, shut up. It's wrestling. No one knows who'll win till it's over. But Feather's...
Hey, Feather does look more pumped up than usual.
Now, don't you start now. There's no way.
The good freedom ending is attained by refusing peace and chaos, and the karma meter must be heavily influenced in either law or chaos. Vincent, instead of having Mutton arrange a meeting with Catherine or Catherine, asks for a loan, which he recklessly throws away on a losing wrestling match. Regardless, he celebrates his newfound freedom by drinking until he passes out. The good freedom ending is given to those who, after a longing desire for companionship, have an epiphany and discover their true desire for single life. The freedom is that they get to live in the moment with no desire to stay in the herd, nor to seek out chaotic excitement to fill a hole caused by a loss of direction. Now let's say yes to peace, yes to chaos, and wish for peaceful days with the karma meter heavily in law.
That's your answer.
Hey, what's going on? Orlando sent me this text saying that we should all get together since it's been a while. And the bartender came and picked me up himself. What gives?
Yeah, I'll explain that in a second. But first, thanks for coming.
So where is everyone? Why is it just us here?
I had Orlando text you. I wanted to talk with you myself, but you wouldn't answer any of my calls.
So, what is it? It's over. I don't want to talk about it. Don't you get it?
Yeah, I do, but I need to tell you something.
Why am I putting up with this? Vincent. What is it? This is your last chance.
It was all an illusion.
Huh? What was?
My cheating.
Huh?
there never was another woman.
Are you kidding? I'm not gonna believe that.
I know it's hard to believe, but I'm telling you the truth. I never cheated on you.
Don't be stupid.
I'm serious here. I was losing it, and I thought I was cheating. I know, it all sounds like bullshit. I was driving myself crazy too. I mean that's a problem in of itself, but...
Hey, are you serious?
It's all true. My friends and the boss here showed me that it was all in my head.
You don't expect me to believe this.
No. I just didn't want it to end with a misunderstanding. That's why I had you come here.
No, that can't be true. Then that means because of that, we... You're lying.
It's not a lie.
Johnny, Orlando.
Long time no see, Kay.
Sorry.
Don't sweat it. It'd be hard for anyone to believe a story like that at first.
Yeah. We didn't believe it either, until we heard from Erica.
Huh?
Besides, if this fool really did cheat on you, well, we wouldn't help him out like this.
About the illusion. Allow me to explain.
You? What the heck? What's going...
You see...
It's all true. Please, believe me.
Catherine.
Let's give him some time.
It may have been fake, but in my heart I was still cheating on you. I'm sorry. I know you can't forgive me for what I've done.
No, I can't.
I finally woke up. I was worried about how my life was going. I thought everything was being decided for me. I was being tossed about by the world. I had so much stress. But after you dumped me, I figured it out. My life has no meaning without you.
Why are you telling me this now?
So I'll never regret not telling you. I will hold you dear for the rest of our lives. Will you marry me? Catherine, I love you.
This is so sudden,
I don't mean now. Someday.
That's not what I meant. I guess I'll consider it.
You'll consider it? This is wonderful. Just wonderful.
Hey, what are you getting worked up about? Besides, I can't believe...
I know, I can't either. This is perfect.
What? Jeez. That is... I can barely believe this myself.
And the finale. Vincent begging his lover to come back to him. I hung on every word, wondering how she would react to his desperate plea. She was at a loss as Vincent poured his heart out to her, but in the end, she answered him with a smile. If you ask me, I'd say she's a bit too forgiving. But this is the answer Vincent discovered after forging through his nightmarish ordeal. Catherine must have felt the strength of his conviction, and she knew that this was his true answer. Maybe it depends on how much of Vincent's feelings that she can sense. You think that could be what determines the future for those two, Hey, tell me, What did you players out there think of this outcome? I sure do hope their second chance works out. They'll be alright, won't they? So are you worried about them? 'Cause I know I am. Well, let's peer a bit into their future together, shall we? Games are lovely creations, aren't they? Hope to see you soon. Stay golden.
I wonder what design I should go with. I mean, I really don't wear white all that often. You think it'll look good on me?
You look good in anything, you know that.
Right. Oh, have you decided who you're gonna invite to the wedding? I've already picked out everyone that I want.
Oh, you did?
I told you to think about it.
Sorry, I'll do that right now.
Now, what's left?
Hey, baby.
Let me see.
Think you could, get off?
Ooh, and
You're
this one.
Crushing me.
Oh, that's so pretty. I can't pick. I need to think.
Oh.
Well, that wasn't me.
Hey, you want to go grab a bite?
I could go for a bite, but think about who you're inviting, okay?
I know. You want to go to the usual place then?
Let's hurry then before they run out of lamb kebab. Up and at 'em, huh?
Okay, I got it. So just move and I can.
Huh? What? You're the one who's being Mr. Lazybone.
The differences between the Good Lovers ending and the True Lovers ending are the cutscenes toward the end and the pictures in the credits. In this ending, Vincent and Catherine are happily dating again with marriage in the near future, but his proposal might have been a little hasty in his attempt to get back together with her. And at this point, Catherine leads their relationship into their future together. The Good Lovers ending is given to those who strongly believe that a quiet married life is in their path, but aren't taking an initiative to make it happen. Some people might like their partner holding the reins on what they perceive to be an inevitability. Not saying that it won't cause problems later on, but some might be satisfied with this way of life, and might be willing to work through these anticipated issues. Now let's align with Law, with the karma meter heavily in chaos.
You don't expect me to believe this.
No. I just didn't want it to end with a misunderstanding. That's why I had you come here. I'll never do it again. I can promise you that. You dumping me finally made me realize I need you. Will you give me the chance to make it up to you, please?
Right. I understand everything. But, Vincent, we can't go on anymore.
Don't do this. I can make you happy. I promise. You can't just...
It's over between us. What you want is excitement. It's written on your face. I'm going now.
Wait, Catherine...
Goodbye.
No use, huh? Well, that's that. Besides, you did all you could.
Well, you won't get those nightmares anymore. Why don't you give it another try? When things settle down.
No, it's okay. I'm just really tired.
But hey, now you're really free, right? You can sleep with anyone you want. It's not cheating now.
Yeah. Look at the bright side of things.
Oh, for the love of... Men are pathetic.
Vincent?
Hey, you okay, buddy?
He's asleep.
How can he sleep right after being dumped? Man, who does that?
Well, you can't blame him. He hasn't slept for a week now.
Sure. Whatever.
Boss, give me my usual.
You got it.
Jeez.
Vincent finally gained his freedom, but it looks like he and Catherine have no future together. But was married life with his estranged lover really the answer to Vincent's troubles? You know, maybe this is actually a good ending for him. After all, now he has the freedom he was so desperately clinging to. Isn't that one way to look at it? Although, I do feel sorry for him right about now. Thrown back into single life. Good thing his friends were there to cushion the fall, huh? Well, what did you players out there think of this outcome? For those who aren't satisfied, you can always try again. This is, after all, the Golden Playhouse, and I'll be your host for as long as you like. Games are lovely creations, aren't they? Hope to see you soon. Stay golden.
The Bad Lovers ending is given to those who desire a life of thrilling excitement, but still retain a sense of responsibility, and feel they need to be faithful to those who are faithful to them in return, and in the face of romantic issues, feel the need to resolve them face to face with their partners. But like those who received the Bad Cheaters ending, marriage might not be the solution to their problems, and single life might actually be a good ending for them.
Hey, where'd you go?
Now, let's partially align with chaos, with the karma meter heavily in chaos.
I've made up my mind. Don't you believe me?
Vincent.
I want you. Let's get married.
Marry me?
We can do it, right?
I don't know. I've never heard of such a thing. You can't stop it, Vincent. Jeez, knock it off, will ya?
Oh, good. I'm glad that you understand.
Wait a minute. I haven't agreed to anything yet.
All I want is for you to be with me. You can do whatever you want, okay?
Whatever I want? You know I'm not human, right? That could present problems.
Such as?
Lots of them, actually. Besides, it's not like I can stay here with you. The thing is, Vince, the whole kid thing would have to be off the table. And I mean, everything I did to you, I might do to other guys.
Oh, yeah. Why don't we just take it one day at a time?
One day at a time? And you're okay with that?
I'm sure we'll manage somehow.
What the fuck? I heard you, human. What in all damnation are you prattling on about, eh? One day at a time? What utter absurdity! A mere human dares ask to wed the daughter of the plenipotentiary of the Netherworld? Not in my house!
You're his daughter?
Get out of here, Daddy! I'm having an important conversation, okay?
So this guy's your father.
You got a problem? Let's go home. You promised you'd play video games with me tonight.
Okay, let's just cut to the chase then. I need to know, okay? No more games now, Catherine. What do you think of me, honestly?
Well, I
Hey, why the hell are you blushing? Are you embarrassed over a human?
Oh, you shut up! Jeez, how do I put this? Well, to put it in human terms, I guess. I like you. And I was spending time with you when I was supposed to be seducing other men.
What on earth is going
I was
on
supposed
here?
to seduce more people, but...
Okay, that settles it then. Marry me, Catherine.
Okay.
No, it's not okay at all! Never! You're not taking my baby!
And the finale, with Vincent begging not his ex-girlfriend but the succubus to come back to him. Not only that, but asking her to marry him. Talk about being wild. She was shocked, but it looked like she was pretty pleased by it. I gotta say, he said some interesting things while confessing his love. That in order to live a normal life, you need self-sacrifice and patience. And if he's gonna stick out, he might as well live freely. Vincent found an answer for himself during the nightmares. And maybe Catherine accepted it because it reached her heart as his true answer. Her reaction might depend on how well she can sense Vincent's feelings. I think that their future might just depend on it. Now tell me, what did all you players out there think of this outcome? He said that he's willing to quit being human. Is that okay? Are you players who led him this far a bit worried about him? I just can't help myself. Let's take a peek into the future and see what happens next. Games are lovely creations, aren't they? Hope to see you soon. Stay golden.
Good morning, you.
Oh, hey. How long have you been awake?
All this time.
No kidding.
It's not like you let me get any sleep.
Ah!
Top of the morning, kiddo.
Good morning.
No!
What?
What in the fuck?
Don't mind me, just laying around.
Of course I mind you! Why are you in my bed?
Oh, just ignore him. It's no big mystery, Vincent. He's here to stalk us.
Sure. A stalker, huh?
A stalker? That's a cruel way to put it. I mean, I am a god after all. I'm working hard for the sake of the world. I hate this as much as you do.
Yeah, I kinda doubt that.
Don't worry. Just think of him as decoration. Besides, it's better when someone's watching.
No!
I love you, Vincent.
Yeah.
I really love you.
Yeah, I love you too.
In the Good Cheaters ending, Catherine accepts Vincent's proposal, and he moves in with her in the Netherworld, where Vincent now has his life of chaotic excitement with a lovely rose to match, but this rose has all sorts of thorns. The Good Cheaters ending is given to those who desire a life of thrilling excitement, but may be biting off more than they can chew. Or maybe they might be holding back more than they're capable of in order to settle for an easier life with a partner who will have them experience all life has to offer. Oddly enough, this is the only ending where the background noises are actually demonic, referring to Vincent's move to the Netherworld, but there are also sounds ripped straight from the Spiral Corridor. Now for the True Cheaters ending. The True Cheaters ending shows Vincent, after moving to the Netherworld, traversing through all sorts of hellish trials and adventures, proving his extraordinary strength to Catherine and to all the demons hell has to offer. This ending is given to those who are willing and able to live life to the absolute fullest, and probably wouldn't have even been dating someone as incompatible for them as Catherine in the first place. There's not much more to say about this ending because I guess the developers put more thought into the lovers' endings than the cheaters' endings.
Maybe I'll skip out on work today.
You're slack and getting kind of lazy, aren't you?
Oh, come on. It's not like there are any men out there hotter than you.
Of course not. Don't be silly.
I can't believe a human man could be this incredible. It's so surprising, don't you think? Although, he's definitely not human anymore. I get so hot sitting near him. It makes me just melt away.
You really are sinful, you know. What will you do with yourself? All these demons wrapped around your finger. Everyone acknowledges your power now, my love. Right, Daddy?
Oh, hey there, Dad. Didn't see you there.
I don't even know what to make of it. A mere human with this much power, it's simply unheard of.
I was shocked too, Nergal. Yeah, I am a good fit for this world. Right, honey?
Damn it all.
Oh, Daddy, stop being difficult. Just give up already.
Now for the True Freedom ending, which I feel like I would have aligned with much more, but hey. This ending is attainable by having the karma meter in the center while answering yes to searching for the truth regardless of being alone. In this ending, Vincent unexpectedly wins his bet and uses his winnings to move out of his apartment to go on a trip into space. This ending is given to those who prefer to achieve their life's ambitions over seeking companionship, and unlike those who get the good freedom ending, know this as a principle of theirs from the very beginning. There is no truer freedom than living for oneself.
Why live a life without doing what you want? That's just a recipe for a life of misery.
And that was my analysis for all of the endings to Catherine, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you all very much for watching. Thank you for watching the Let's Play this far. And I will see you guys in Babel. Oh, but before I forget, you remember these pictures that Catherine sent to us? You get a new picture for every single good or true ending that you get. I don't know which of these pictures is aligned with what, but the point is I got all of them. That's all that really matters. Alright, now I will see you guys in Babel. The game doesn't let me pause while I'm on the toilet. I have to step out of the stall to pause and quit the game.